Hi, this is Abby from the Medicine-less Quarantine. So I cook for 1.5. I have a daughter, but she eats different meals for her school, and I eat different meals at lunch at work. So this is something I cook just for myself, right? It's just like a one-person food meal that I make, and I always make one of this rice dish for the week. It'll usually be for like 2 servings during lunch, so I'll just take it twice. This is just basmati rice. I always make different rices. I'll make rice with vegetables or with like greens and stuff, and have a vegetable on the side. Today I wanted to try like this herb rice. I'm trying a new recipe, so I want to try like a herb rice, like a green herb rice. And Whole Foods has this mix of herbs, right? I always dread to buy herbs, like multiple herbs, because there's so much waste. You buy these herbs. I mean, I don't use chives for too much, especially during the winter. I don't use chives much, right? So I'll get like a whole big thing of chives. I use maybe like a couple pieces here and there, and then everything else goes in the trash. Well, not right away, but I let it dry out in the fridge and then throw it in the trash. And I've decided, like, I have like really cut down on my waste a lot. So spices are always challenging for me. Herbs are always challenging for me because they are good fresh. But then I found this seafood blend at Whole Foods. It is a mix of dill, parsley, and chive. So it's like a nice small box. It comes with all 3 of them mixed. I chop them up, and I'm using some in my rice today. This is just a cup of basmati rice. I put the chive like mix in it, a little bit of the mix in here, and I also do something called a seasoned salt. I have like spices mixed in salt, some onion, garlic. I'll probably make another video about how I make my salt, like seasoned salt. It is my way of making life easy for me. This works for my palate and my daughter's palate. It works for what we do. It's customized for our habits, eating habits, and it's easy for me, right? I just don't have to add too many spices. It already has garlic in it, a little bit of onion powder in it. I like heat. My daughter can handle heat. We do like chili powder, and a couple other things in there. I will post another video about how I make my seasoned salt. So I'm doing a cup, like a teaspoon of the seasoned salt, and I think I'm a big fan of this. They also have something called poultry blend. I think that had like rosemary, parsley, and thyme, I'd like to say. I'm gonna get that and try something with that too, because this is pretty cool. So it's just this and a cup and a half of water. Like basmati rice really only takes like a cup and a half of water. So I'm just going to do a cup and a half of water. And that's pretty much it, It has like greens in it, it has fresh herbs in it. I always add like vegetables in here. I'll make like a vegetable rice for work. But I really wanted to try this herb rice theme. Like I'm feeling it. So let's see how that works out. And it's pretty simple. That's it. It's a cup of basmati rice, a cup and a half of water, a spoon of seasoned salt, or you could just use plain salt, and if you don't want any seasoning, that's totally fine. It's just herbs, so it does not need too much seasoning. And then I did maybe a tablespoon or 2 of that fresh herb mix that I chopped up. And it gets cooked, and I just turn it on and I walk away, and I'm done. So I'm good for like my carbs for 2 days. Like it's a cup, so it'll at least last for like 2-3 servings, and I just take them for lunch along with some vegetables. All right, let's check out the rice. It's already dried. I'm just gonna let it sit for a little bit. So I got something new this week. I love lemony flavor. I'm a big fan of lemony flavors. But lemon is a challenging thing in this household. It's like, it's hard to lemon goes bad, right? You get if you get 3 limes or lemon, it's just like you only use so much of it. I only use like half of it or 1/4 of it, a slice of it, and then what am I doing? but the rest it just stays in the fridge and goes bad, or it dries out and goes bad. So lately I found out, so I was looking, I'm researching on how to preserve lemon, right? How to use it whenever I want it to, and not have to run to the store every time I needed lemon. And I found this, so apparently you could preserve lemon with like salt and stuff. Before doing that, I thought I'll just buy a preserved lemon that's properly preserved. Maybe try it, see if it's even worth it. So this is the first time I'm just opening this pack. This is the first time I'm doing it. Very nice. It's like Mina's Moroccan preserved lemon. We'll see. One thing I know is to not double dip into like a preserve. So I'm gonna take one out. And I was told you could cut them and like, it's easy to cut. You could cut them and use them like that. So that's what I think I'm going to try and do. It's a very strange consistency. And this could now go away in the fridge, I'm assuming. Yeah, refrigerate after opening. I'm really hoping this works out, because if that works out, then we could preserve our own lemon. I found recipes for it, which will be amazing. Because I do like the idea of using the lemon, but it's just like timing it is so hard. Alright, so I'm going to cut this lemon and probably leave a little bit in the cup. I'm just going to add this to my rice, like herb rice, and see how that works out. The rice is all done. Alright. There you go. It's all done. I do add some turmeric powder to my seasoned salt, and I think that's what's giving it that yellow color. Hey, why not? I'm gonna fluff up the rice. Just gonna let the rice steam a little bit. This is great. I do love the fresh herbs, like the taste of the fresh herb blend. I could taste dill a lot. Maybe the mix had a lot more dill, or you know, but it's so good. It is very good. Go. Perfect. So there you go. My rice is all done. It's the herb rice with vegetables, and I'm done for the lunch. And I have some leftovers here that I could use for a second serving for another day. I have some rice, I have some vegetable, and I could mix and match going for the week. You know, I might eat this again for another lunch serving, most probably. But sometimes I'll do different vegetable, use this with fish and stuff for a dinner, and you know, do something else for this rice. Hopefully it's this, you guys could take some inspiration out of here and help yourself when you're cooking for just one person, to how to cook just a small portion. This way you're able to cook more. This is a cup of basmati rice, and I know I know I'll eat this. My daughter will eat basmati rice, like she loves rice. So she'll eat sometimes for lunch, sometimes she'll eat it for dinner. So I do make a cup. You could always make like just half a cup of basmati rice instead of making the whole cup. And I use the rice cooker for rice because that's the most easiest thing. You just add the rice, you add the water, whatever you need it, you turn it on, it turns off automatically and it does magic. Every time I cook it in the Instapot, I don't like cooking rice in the Instapot because it doesn't fluff up. I could like cook 2 cups of rice and it'll like come in, like it'll become into this cakey consistency, and then I end up eating more rice. When I make it in the rice cooker, the rice kind of fluffs up, so it becomes a lot more cooked rice. So it helps with portion control. I can eat a lot of rice if I cook the rice in the Instapot, and that's what I've noticed. So I've stopped cooking rice in the Instapot. Even though I use Instapot a lot for a lot of my cooking, I always make my rice in the rice cooker. And it's a 1-pot dish. You don't have to cook. Instapot has so many layers to like grab, cook, clean. Rice cooker is easy. You just throw rice in the cooker, and then I take the insert out, like the top out, insert out, you throw it in the dishwasher and it's done. You know, it's easy. It really helps. Hopefully you guys could take some inspiration out of here and try to figure out what works for your own dietary needs and your way of cooking. And post some comments in there on if you guys try something like this, and I'd love to hear that. Thank you.